have you state your name for us.
Yulia Tsymbal.
Yulia Tsymbal. Okay, what did you bring or what do you have to show us today?
It's a collection of the so-called employment books. They were brought from Russia and they were donated to us. And the period is, well, 1940s. And I think I need to say more about these particular documents. Will I be able to?
Sure. Did you want to show us
Yes.
one or?
So the story is following. In probably 2013, I got a call from a woman, and her name is Kathleen Riley.
Catherine Riley?
Yeah, and she told me that while she was on a tour in Russia, in the Volga area, in the town of Baltsar, which now is called Krasnoarmeysk, she met director of the garment factory there, and this woman said that she was going to retire soon and that she had something she would really want to donate to the descendants of Germans from Baltar. And these were employment records or employment books of people who worked at this factory right before the war. And so there were Russians, but a lot of Germans. So I'm Russian, so I can say that this document is still absolutely used in Russia.
Yeah.
And this is in fact something without which you will not be hired anywhere, and you will not be issued pension
Yeah.
later on. So, and it's a record when you are hired at someone, you start a job at anywhere. You need to present this book, and there will be an entry, and there will be a stamp, and then it will say what your job will be, and then when you leave the job, again there will be a stamp and the reason why you left it. So it's still, people rely on this rather than just CV or resume.
Yeah, so people still use these in Russia?
Absolutely. I have one like that.
You have one like that? Can you show us on the inside or some of the stamps or entries they have?
Yes, I can show you. So it says, like literally it says labor book, if we translate literally. And then it gives the name, last name, first name, patronymic name, and in this case it is Shot Emma Yakovlevna. Then it gives birth date, year, states what kind of education she had, and then profession. This one is seamstress.
Yeah.
And then that's how the actual entry looks. So it says, notes about how many years she has been working before starting this job at this factory. So this one had 9 years of employment at different place, and then she started working at this factory, I think in 25th of June 1939, and she was hired as a seamstress. And then in all of these books are the latest entries, that I could find for 1941.
Yeah.
And the reason is very clear, because all the Germans were deported in the fall of 1941.
Yeah.
Of course, it doesn't say anything here about that, but this really is piece of a history, in itself. So we are planning to scan all these books, and then probably have an article in our journal, and just keep them as in our archives.
No, that's really interesting that you say they still use them now today. That's because they like when you get hired, why you get hired.
That's why I recognized them immediately.
Yeah.
So when she was telling me about those documents, I was not sure, but then when I saw them,
Yeah. No, that's really
I knew.
interesting. Yeah.
I knew what these are.
Yeah, that's interesting that like you have such a big was donated such a big collection because I mean.
Yeah. So there's about 100 of those, but about half of them are Russian names. And these are all German names.
No, that's really interesting. I mean, thanks for showing us them. I think that's something really cool to have. But McKenna is going to take you downstairs, and we'll take